Good morning, everybody. We are back. We are back. It's the 27th of December, and then we are almost there. Very soon it will be the 31st, and we'll be on the 1st of December very soon. You know by now that every Tuesday, every Saturday morning, we do our show, the show called TBR Solution Sports Forum. It's myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe, and then today I'm all by myself. I'm sure the guys are on leave or they're taking a break, which is fine. Which is fine. So the beat goes on. I'm sure you have seen Christmas. We woke up with a very discouraging images. That image on social media. You know what? Social media has been very great, irrespective of what. Now we can express our views. We can see what's happening. The news come thick and fast. Um, I'm sure you saw what happened, which is something that I want to share. Very disgusting. On tweet, we saw these pictures circulating, whereby these young boys were attacked by these elderly people in the Marcelsport Resort Conference Center in the Free State, which was racially based. These kind of incidents, they really take us backwards. And then it's like we have not moved an inch as a country. I hope sanity will prevail. I hope people will, mature and become better people. But nevertheless, our show continues. Now, remember, if you remember quite well, I'm here from Tembisa. Tembisa is my hometown. I grew up there. Those who knows me very well, I'll tell you how my life went about. I'm told I was born in Harrismith, according to my parents and my siblings. And then 1 year old, and we moved to a place called Bethlehem in the Free State. And I grew up there my junior years. I think at the age of 13 or so, if not mistaken, or 15, I moved again from Harrismith from Bethlehem to Harrismith to complete my degree. Then I came to Tembisa. My uncle has always been here in Tembisa. During those times, I would always come here in Tembisa at his neighbor, help my uncle with his business. And then I grew up literally here. And then I saw him when he grew with his business. When I came to Tembisa, by then he didn't have children. I was the only child. So every festive or holidays, I would definitely come here. So thereafter, I came back to Tembisa. I stayed with my brother here in Tembisa. So I spent most of my time in Tembisa. So if you ask me where do I belong in all those three towns. So I'm still at Tembisa at heart. Now, you know that we have the Phillies games. You see them in the Super Sport. And then today, the Vula Vala Mambisa 1652, Jovijo. This is what is happening. At 10 o'clock, Sitembiso, they'll be playing Panda Panda. And then the other one, what is Durham Cop? At 12 o'clock, they're going to play Mahaola AC. And then Jonet FC, they'll be playing Destroyers FC. At 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, Kwara Kwara will be playing Boka Footy. Panyaza Lusufi, the current premier, he also has a team called, what is the team, by the way? But they've lost. They're already out. There's a guy called Makura there. He's the guy who's Amandla. I think the team is called Amandla. So this time they've lost, they're out. Now we'll see what's going to happen. And I'm sure you people will be continue to watch them and support the games and then follow Super Sport, what's happening. This is our local football, and then whereby we are being kept entertained with what is happening in our football. So I'm sure we want to see who's going to win thereafter and see what's going to happen. Now, while we are still there, and then let me move on quickly. The English Premier League, they are back, and we saw what happened. And then one of the questions that I want to ask, and then probably you may also think about that. I see Arsenal doing well. I wonder whether Arsenal will take the league. That's my issue. And then they are playing very well. And then I tweeted to say, isn't it that teams like Kaizer Chiefs, they should learn from Arsenal? That if you are patient and you give a coach enough time, this is what will happen. I listened to Pep Guardiola. At some point, he said, Arteta is a very good coach. He even went to an extent of saying, I believe he's even better than me. Not only Pep Guardiola said that, even Arsene Wenger, Arteta by then was playing, just to qualify it. Sbuda Maniga is an Arsenal fan. He knows I used to don't like Arteta because he would always take the ball backwards. So he was not my favorite player altogether. So Arteta, Arsene Wenger said Arteta will be a very good coach. And we see that. I mean, he has built Arsenal from nowhere. And look, today, they are on top of the league. So I'm sure you have noticed that they are really shining right on top of the league. Let me show you the Premier League so that you see what's happening. So Arsenal is leading with 7 points, but it's still early because remember they've just played only 15 games. Anything can happen. A very surprising team is Newcastle United. Yes, we know that they've been bought by people who are told that they are very, very rich, richer than the owners of Man City. And then we thought there would be a revolution in terms of squad, revamping the squad. But it looks like they know what they are doing. And look where they are. I don't know whether the players were given some incentive or the mere fact of change of ownership has motivated the players. They are at number 2. So it will be nice to see Newcastle United qualifying for the Champions League. So that will be very interesting. Man City, of course, I like Pep Guardiola. I would always be happy to see Pep Guardiola win. But may the best team win. At some point I used to love Arsenal. Well, this Arsenal plays well. But I cannot compare it with Arsenal, the Invincible. Those were the best. And not only the Invincible, there was Arsenal of Van Persie and so on. They were lacking a little bit something, but they were a very good team. Tottenham Hotspurs all the time. It's always there, that team. They don't play far away, and then but they don't spend much. They make money by really investing. I don't know whether Man United, they are serious. I don't know whether Ronaldo was correct to say it seems as if they are stagnant. We thought that they were going to buy the Eindhoven player, Babbo, the boy from Holland, but we hear that the boy is going to sign with Liverpool. All right. So I don't know how serious Man United are in terms of revamping their squad. So Man United is a big team. People are looking forward to see Man United rising, but it doesn't look like. Liverpool, I don't know what's happening. They play terrible these times, and then Liverpool, they used to be strong, but I don't know what's happening. I don't know whether Mane's movement was a factor, and then Chelsea was one of the teams that had showed a lot of promise, and then I don't know what's happening, but we'll watch the space. So that is the league in up to number 12 in terms of the Premier League. Now let's see at the bottom what's happening, but it's still early, like I said. Okay, we're still doing let me see. Let me check quickly. Which one? No, I think it's this one. Let's see. Now, if you go down there, you have Southampton. Southampton, that's one of the teams that used to play very well. Everton, I'm a little bit worried. You know, I like uh, the coach, former Chelsea player. I don't know why I forget. Yeah, you know, I'm worried about them. Leeds United, they were promising these teams to be struggling. Leicester City, they lost again yesterday. So yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen. Let's watch the space. Okay. And then remember, we still have local games coming. We know that Pirates will be playing Mamelodi Sundowns this coming Friday. And then I saw one of the publication whereby Mark Fish says if Sundowns has done well, they must win the CAF Champions League. He said, I see the league, but the CAF Champions League is the most important title that they should win. So I don't know whether you agree with Mark Fish or not. So I think that's a challenge to Rulani Mkwena. To the league, according to Mark Fish, it should not be an issue. So that means he should wrap up the league and make sure that he wins the Champions League, the Champions League. So I don't know what's your take. Whether will that happen, or do you think it won't happen? So I don't know what's your take. And this game is is going to be very interesting. Moreover, that Pirates have beaten them 3-0 not long ago. All right. And then, you know, at least Pirates have added Mabena to their squad. And then I don't know Mabena whether he's fit. Remember, a lot of teams they've been taking a lull due to the World Cup, and then we'll see what's going to happen. And then Sundowns, we know that they're all machine, you know. But Pirates have shown that they can stop Mamelodi Sundowns. This is going to be a very interesting game. And then again on Saturday, Kaizer Chiefs, they are playing Golden Arrows. And then we are going to see what's going to happen between the two teams. Kaizer Chiefs, they've just lost Bloom. And then I hear Linda Mteli said Sam Galozwane, you know, he's better than Bloom. But if you ask me as an individual, for me, Bloom was just an average player. I know I have a lot of Kaizer Chief friends who have been telling me that, no, the boy is good and all that. He was a hard worker, a very hardworking player, marking and so on. But for me, he was average. I know that others one used to like him so much. Remember, we'll have football, it's a game of different opinion. So yeah, and then in terms of the young Sam Gelazwane, I'm very impressed with him. He shows a lot of promise, but now the taste is in the pudding. He hasn't played so many games. Let's see how things unfold going forward. Then we'll see how are they going to shape up going forward. So may the best team win on Saturday. I know that my friend Habuzondo is also playing over the weekend. What is this? Royal AM. So yeah, we wish them good luck. And then I also saw the news that Tim Sugazi, he says, you know, maybe PSL teams they should, you know, take leave from what they did as um, a TS Galaxy by taking the players to go and experience life outside South Africa. So yeah, we'll watch the space and see what's happening. So yeah, maybe that's what our players need, so that we can be able to say, you know what, guys, you've seen the life outside South Africa. Since you have seen life outside South Africa, and then hopefully, you know, you become a better person. He knows better. But if you ask me, I like Tim Sugazi. Tim Sugazi, for me, he looks like a brand fresh of a leader. He loves football. he wants to make a serious contribution. So for me, I think Team Subazi is doing well. Now, let me move on with the show. I saw this article. I hope it's true because I've been saying this. Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe, apparently, this is what he said, according to the tweet of Frank Khalid. He said, Kylian Mbappe said, giving helping hand to people is not a big thing. It doesn't reduce my wealth, but it change theirs, their life. If it can change their life, it's huge pleasure for me. So he donated the bonuses or the money that he got for the World Cup to the needy. So this was very, very exciting. There's an article that I wanted to share with you, but I see that I did not save it, where Kylian Mbappe has been saying he doesn't compete with Lionel Messi. In fact, he sees himself as a person who's going to learn from Lionel Messi. He even went further to say, Lionel Messi said to him, I'll supply you to score goals. That's Messi for you. And then he said, I want to learn from Lionel Messi. So it's not that I'm competing with Lionel Messi. I think it's the media that they want to pit the two, you know. And like I said before, they've tried with so many players, your Grealish and so on, your Lewandowski. And you know what I like about Lewandowski? Always come out straight and put the facts straight, you know. And then, at some point they wanted to pip him against Lionel Messi, you know. So I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. He said, this is Kylian Mbappe. He said, Messi is my teammate and we have the common goal. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. This is what Lewandowski said about Lionel Messi. He's the footballer that any striker would dream of playing alongside. Who else doesn't want to play alongside Lionel Messi? If you look at the passes that he made, if you look because Messi is not only the goal scorer, it's not an issue about him. It's always about the team. You know it. Ask Neymar. He has given them penalties when things were tough, when chips were down. Ask Suarez. Ask many players. This is how Messi behaved. And then he would always give them penalties so that they take them. So now I think the Ballon d'Or is already loading. Now the debate of who's the best of all time, I think that one should be closed because I'm sure Lionel Messi has proven again that he's the best. And while I'm still there, according to Fabrizio Romano, one of the very reliable journalists, Cristiano Ronaldo may sign a contract very soon with Al Sadd in Saudi Arabia. And then apparently it's a 4-year deal, 2 years as an active player, and then another 2 years they want him to be an ambassador for Saudi Arabia because they want to host the World Cup. So they want to have Cristiano Ronaldo as one of the players or person in their entourage. Remember, we also had Nelson Mandela in our entourage as one of the person who was campaigning for us. So I think those guys are visionary. They are very visionary. They know what they are doing, and we should wish them good luck. Well, we hear some vibes there, what is happening there in terms of women and stuff like that. But I'm sure they'll sort it out. That's a political stuff. And then now I need to move on to the Messi Special. Now I say, you know what? The argument of saying who's the best. Now I'm not talking about the best player now. I'm talking about the sportsman. Messi is a sportsman of all time. Look, one of my favorite players has always been Jomo Sono. And I still believe Jomo has been the best player this country has ever produced. But I think Messi has surpassed everybody. Yes, Pele was great. Pele invented so many things like your banana kicks and so on. But Messi is something else. He is, look at his career, compliments of, courtesy of ESPN. I got these pictures from ESPN. And then, you know what, very interesting because I always follow those guys. I always follow Talk Sport in England. I saw those guys in Talk Sport in England talking. They're very good, those journalists. And then, although some of them you see they're still sympathetic towards Ronaldo, there's nothing wrong. People have their choices. And then I saw them taking Piers Morgan, debating with him, asking him questions that he didn't do his job when he was interviewing Ronaldo. Very interesting. I was impressed with their interview. And then I also watched ESPN. Well, Shaka has a problem. Shaka, he could not even admit that Messi is the best. It was a difficult admission. And then he started saying they are putting pressure on him. What pressure? When they ask him, are you now finally agreeing that Messi is the best? Look at the record, man. 2022 World Cup championship. He has that, which Ronaldo doesn't have. 7-time Ballon d'Or winner. Ronaldo doesn't have. 4-time UEFA Champions League, of course. Ronaldo's got 5 there. And then he's got Copa America now, Champions League. He has won the league 10 times. 10 times. In La Liga. And he has won the Copa del Rey 7 times. And then he has already won the Ligue A, which is the French league, 1 time. And people now arguing, he has never won title outside. He has won 1 now already in Ligue A. This argument of saying, no, he will never do well in England. He has already messed up a lot of English teams without playing there. So there's no need of him going to England. I don't know where Messi's going to land at the end of the day. We understand that he's going to extend his contract with PSG. Of course, I agree with him there because that's a very good thing because PSG wanted him to help them to win the Champions League. So he wants to achieve that achievement. You don't compare Messi with Ronaldo. Instead, you can compare Messi with Maradona and Pele. But let's look at the numbers. I always say to people, let's look at the numbers. Again, courtesy of ESPN. If you look at the goals that Messi has scored now, it's 793 goals. And Maradona has scored how many now? 341. Pele has scored 757. And while I'm still talking about Pele, we wish him a speedy recovery. He's not feeling well. He's in hospital. And then, but he has lived, man. And then I'm still grateful to Pele for being a very good friend to Jomo, advising Jomo to be what he is today. And then now he leads them with goals. All right. And then with trophies, Messi has 37 trophies, Maradona 9, and then Pele has 23. All right. So he leads Pele with about 14 trophies, and Messi still playing. Messi's got one cup, World Cup, and Maradona has 1, Pele has 3. Where Pele beats Messi, it's only when it comes to what you call the World Cup. And then remember, Pele played most of his life for Santos, so he played for 1 club, just like Messi. And Messi has surpassed that record of Pele, being the best scorer for 1 team. All right, with Barcelona. So yeah, man, this guy is a genius, man. And I'm told that he's joining PSG on the 3rd of January, and then so that he prepare for the Champions League. I wish Messi good luck. This guy is something else for me. And then you may like it, you may not like it. We'll have our own differences. And I'm saying good luck. I wish Ronaldo signed a contract. I know he wanted to stay in Europe, but no one seems to be interested in him in Europe. And then if he goes to Saudi Arabia, of course, he'll get a very good deal. And then it will make him richer, which is quite good. And then the last thing that I would like to say, well, I've loved to see Messi going back to Barcelona. You know what? I had my own ideas about him going to America. But looking at David Beckham, David Beckham likes Messi. Maybe he has to please David Beckham and finish his career there in Miami. David Beckham has said his children, they love Lionel Messi more than him. And David Beckham is a very, what I like about David Beckham, he loves his country. He's an English through and through. And then you saw during the World Cup, he was supporting England. And then he doesn't hide his support for the English team. He doesn't hide to be an English person, which is quite good. He's proud of being English. And then he loves Messi unconditionally. So maybe Messi can just go there and please David Beckham. Not about the money. I'm sure not about the money, but David Beckham. And I watched in terms of the impact, the brand Messi impact. The brand Messi has a huge impact when it comes to football. But unfortunately, when they compare him with um, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan has made a huge impact in terms of Nike. We know Messi, we are told that he doesn't like, doing the commercials and so on. But he's a huge phenomenon. And then I saw one analysis, what revenue he was bringing to Barcelona. Staggering, man. Wish you good luck. Have a very good remainder of the season, and then enjoy your festive season, and then Happy New Year. Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from a TBR Solution. TBR Solution is a financial company that helps people to be financially savvy. I'm sure these days you are aware that prices are very up in terms of petrol, in terms of goods and services. Prices are very, very high. Now, these days, we are on a campaign to help those members of GPF or government employees, especially if you are 55 years old or above, and you are contemplating to resign or go on pension in 3 months' time. Give us a call or drop us a WhatsApp, then we'll call you back so that we help you to get your money expeditiously, as compared to sometimes people get their money after a long time. We will then transfer your money from GPF to Allen Gray, whom we have a relationship with. And the good news is, once the money has been transferred, you will choose how much you want to earn. If you happen to pass on, your spouse will also get the same amount. Then if it happens that both of you passes on, you would have appointed or selected beneficiaries. It could either be your children or anyone else. And there's nothing like age limit that they must be 22 or below. Even if they're above 22, they'll be able to get the inheritance from you. So that's how flexible it is. And then I know that sometimes people, they worry about medical aid and all that. We also have with other partners who assist you to get a medical aid. So if you want to learn more and get more information pertaining to that, just drop us a WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.